What's up, guys? This is Cody Taplin. I'm here with
Brittain,
and we are presenting you Throw Down the Mountain 5. This is out in Brooksville, Florida. It is a 3-day, one round a day, and it is at the Gran Canyon Disc Golf Course, which is temporary. It used to be permanent. Out inland Florida, where you get a lot of elevation, and it's not like any other Florida course. That's for sure.
Yeah, very low populated area, but definitely a hidden gem of a course. Just the whole property, very beautiful. Like you said, a lot of elevation, a lot of nice green grass, great weather. We're gonna have a good time watching these fun disc golf rounds with some great players.
Yep, some great players. We got Kolte Breck, who is a Latitude 64 sponsor.
Yep.
We got Coby
Guise, newly dynamic disc sponsorship. Very new.
Very new.
Testing out some new plastic.
Congrats to that. We got Fitzpatrick, who's a Prodigy sponsor, Prodigy Street Team, and he actually just won his first Open tournament, Melbourne Open.
I think 19 years old. Very great up-and-coming player.
Can't wait to see what he keeps doing. And then we got McBeth.
Yeah, pretty good player.
And we have Jermaine.
Lefty.
He's the one on the very far left. So we got, in order, Jermaine, Paul, Coby, Mason, and Colt. Let's do this.
All right, well, hole one, it's 295, plays about 330, 340. You got a couple gaps. You got the left flat to turnover, or there's a more open route, or more opened up route from the last couple years, a hyzer route that pushes that right side where there is an OB line a little bit down the hill. We'll see all the routes. Here's Jermaine.
He's
Pretty
going forehand.
Yep. Pretty nerve-wracking hole. You got the cards coming up. Watching first hole. You want it not too hard of a birdie, but it's a hole you really want to get.
It's very gettable, but not the easiest hole to get.
Decent shot. He's got a 40-footer. The green's about 30 feet wide, so if you're outside the circle, you're sitting a little bit down the hill.
That needs to be a little higher. That's usually what you see out here on this hole.
Mason's got some power. He throws hard. It looks decent. Well, a little flippy.
A little too flippy, but that will.
Oh, I saw it come out. Yeah, he's going to be sitting pretty nice, circle's edge. Pretty much what you want in the first hole. Coby Guise. Oh,
that's too close to that tree. I think he wanted to hang that a little bit.
Oh,
left and
nice
turn over,
kiss.
fade back.
That was looking like it was heading OB.
Had the power.
Paul McBeth. Little low.
Little low. Looks like it cut rolls instead of skids. This grass is very easy to kind of skid or skip off of whenever you need.
I was actually standing right there on the card in front of him, and he walked up to me after that tee shot and said, "Man, did you see that crappy tee shot?" I let him know that I birdied the hole. It was nice to know that I was beating Paul McBeth after one hole. We got Coby Guise down on the hill.
Coming out of the right side. That used to be out of bounds over there, I believe.
Yeah, I think that the hill flattened out a little bit. Maybe eroded a little bit, and maybe it's safer play. That's why they're allowing us to stand on the hill. But yeah, that used to be OB.
There still is OB, but it's just farther away.
Good run by Jermaine. The headwind was picking up, or crosswind.
Mason for birdie. Tickles the chains left side. Colt to save par.
Yeah,
looks
that
like
was good.
Everyone should be clean enough to do the same.
Pretty slow start, but no bogeys, so they're all going to be all right.
Get the nerves out.
Yep. my travel buddies were Charlie Goodpasture and Calvin Heimberg, and we were talking on the ride up. Ideally, it feels good to get at least one of the first 3 holes. This is one of those courses where if you fall early, and it's a hard course to try and battle back and force those birdies, so it's always nice to get a hot start on the front 9.
And this is a par 60, so you're going to see quite a few par 4s. Some really hard par 3s.
All right, hole 2, par 4, 580 feet. A few gaps. You got the easy low right hyzer, just to lay something up to hope for a 330-foot upshot, or you got the more risky risk reward left side, poke it through a tighter gap. But if you hit it right, you should be ended up right at the mouth of the mountain.
And then you have the over the top hyzer, which
pretty rare, but if you got the power, it's pretty open this year.
That is the low line.
Yeah, for a lefty, unless your flick is really good, that's the route. That's the route you should be taking. Colt taking the same route.
Colt taking the same route. And I believe nearly finding out of bounds. I'm not sure if he slid out.
Yeah.
That barbed wire fence is out of bounds over there, and you do get 2 meters relief off of it instead of the traditional
you
one.
don't want to go deep, but sometimes you can get lucky if you go deep enough and stay in bounds. There's a little tunnel gap up there.
That's a pretty good shot from Mason. He took the aggressive layup.
Wow, that was a good power shot, good power hyzer. You got to really push it on that hyzer to get it to not stall out.
Now this is the inside gap.
That's
tighter,
a good gap.
But if you hit it, you can get an extended distance and really give yourself an easier upshot.
It looked like a pretty good shot.
Yep.
Kobe. And there's Paul taking
Paul's
the high.
taking the high route and going huge.
Wow.
That's right where you want to be.
I'm guessing one of those swirly McPro stamp destroyers that he loves to throw.
And Colt's got nothing for birdie really over there. He's just kind of pitching out to get up and down easy.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he was OB. He looked close to the barbed wire. And it is you do get 2 meters relief off barbed wire, so it's hard to tell if they went OB or not. I guess we'll know after the hole.
That's a nice shot by Jermaine. He got through all those trees and should have a look.
That did look nice. Mason going with the big turnover.
And it's going to flex out early, it looks like, and get a little tree action.
Yeah, it's really hard to get the disc to hold, especially when it hits that elevation. Always wants to hyzer out.
It's hard to get a late right fade after going 350 feet. Paul electing to go forehand here. Looks like he penetrated through. Well, should have a look at the basket. Kobe taking the risky hyzer line in. When I say risky, that OB fence is right along that line.
That fought well.
And it did.
Here we go, Mason trying to get up and down for a par.
Going big forehand high. And that appears nice.
Oh.
Tough break.
Hopefully it sat down, give him a 35-foot just outside the circle putt.
And Colt's looking from the same area and going high forehand as well. Did that go out?
Couldn't tell. I saw barbed wire. I don't know what side of the fence it was on.
Oh, Paul just
look at that line
for birdie. No putt from over there.
He always finds a way to hit chains.
He does.
Mason for a par save after that roll away. Just a little short. Gotta warm up that putter.
Now Colt taking his 2 meters on a kind of deathy putt.
We'll see what that scores. Could be a par if he stayed out of the OB.
Both times.
Kobe with a nice 3. Good birdie. That feels good. Getting hole 2 feels awesome.
I don't think I've ever gotten it.
Good putt.
That's a tough one.
Was that a 3 as well? I think that was a 3 for Jermaine.
That was a 3 as well.
Yeah.
He got up the lefty. He got through the trees.
Yeah, very smart play from Jermaine, taking the safe hyzer as a lefty. Pretty routine second shot.
Very well done.
There's Nicholas Masters. He's a good open player in Florida. Up and coming. I think he was sponsored by Ricky Wysocki's Sake Bomb. He tried to get in the tournament, but just missed out on the wait list.
So we got hole 3, 540 feet. It's a 90-degree angle hole, is what I like to call it. One shot, you want to be about 300 feet. You want to kind of hyzer in and get up this hill as much as you can, but you're dreaming big if you think you're going to get far up there.
Yeah, very small landing zone.
Yep, and you want to give yourself that alley to kind of comfortably get up that hill because there's OB right and things to kick you into the right if you go left.
That looks a little early. Sometimes it'll jump out and give yourself a putt. If not, then you're looking to just lay up your second shot.
And that's not the line. Kobe's going to basically lose a stroke there and have to kind of get up to the lane and try to save par. Interesting to see how far back he shoots from the front of the pad.
That's an aggressive line. I haven't seen that high line. He's a really good straight thrower. It surprises me that he's taking that high poke and hope line.
And that's the more traditional route. Just got to get off those trees and kind of hyzer, and it's a good effort.
Typically, I'm thinking throw a mid-range right at as straight as possible. That's a good shot.
That's where you want to be. That's
Poke
the
through.
landing zone.
Kobe just trying to lay up to the hill. That 90-degree turn Cody was talking about. Yep, Paul's looking to do the same thing.
And that is laying up to the hill.
Yeah. Doesn't seem happy to be starting with potentially 3 pars in a row. It's a little start for the world champion. 4-time world champion.
And that got onto the lane nicely. I think Mason can get up and down from there if he has a good shot.
Yeah, this is ideal right here. This this upshot. Just want to make sure you throw it high enough.
Interesting fact: Colt is playing blind right now. I haven't talked to him to this day actually, and he let me know that. So I know that, and this you can't see the pin on this one.
Yeah,
so.
this is a hard blind hole. The OB right creeps up. There's barbed wire right that always plays closer than you think.
That's gonna get him up to the landing zone. Paul's getting up and down for par, hopefully.
Yeah, that looks great.
And that is ideal. There's a hill.
There's
on
one
the left
guardian
side that stops you.
One guardian tree that you want to miss. You'll see that skinny pine tree on the right. It's kicked a lot of people OB. You miss that hyzer and left, you're pretty much parked. That looks a little short. Oh, but
a little short.
Putt for 4. Ooh, 30-footer.
And that's a tougher shot than that looks because of the footing.
That was great.
When you are on those leaves on that steep hill, it's not easy until you get to the top.
Yeah, pretty routine. It's all about you miss the tee shot, you're hoping to lay up and pitch up for a 4.
That's a good up shot.
No birdie looks. Actually, Colt might have a birdie look. Very nice putt.
Stroke saving putt right there.
I got to witness that one up on hole 4's tee pad.
Mason cleaning up. Paul's going to be cleaning up this par.
Yeah, slow start for these guys, especially Paul. I'm sure he'll find some birdies.
I believe that was Colt's par putt.
The front 9 opens up a lot, and you really want to hit a nice stretch of 2s.
So 1 bogey and 4 pars on that hole.
Hole 4. This one's tough. This one's intimidating.
This is. You see some high numbers here.
The footing on the tee pad's not that great. It sits on a root. That's the only thing that I say about this hole that could be different. Maybe move the position, but yeah, you get a pretty downhill tunnel shot that eventually works back uphill.
Ooh, and that's you'll be happy with that most of the
I'm fine
time.
with that shot. A 3 here is great. 2's you just is a bonus. You just want to stay away from the bogey.
You really want to get through that
Wow.
low canopy gap, and Paul did not. Paul's going to be close to the short pad, I believe.
Pretty sure he went Champ Thunderbird. Here goes Mason a little high.
He
It's
poked
okay.
through well enough.
Yeah, you can see that footing. It's just not ideal.
And that's the tree to miss. He had it low like you need it to be, but...
Oh, he missed.
Coby Guise doesn't look too happy with that one. This is a tough upshot. You gotta really punch something down there.
Without a run-up, it's hard to get it up that hill.
Yeah, he's looking to pitch up and get his 4.
And they are scrambling right now. This is not an easy par. Paul just behind the short pad looking to get up and down.
He must
Save
have got a
par.
good kick out of there because he pulled it pretty hard to the right.
He did.
That was a great up. Looking like a 15 to 20 foot uphill putt.
Yep. Pretty good upshot. Mason doing the same.
It's got to flip
Looks
up
like
a
he
little
saw
bit.
that off on the left side where there are trees. That's not the mistake you want to make. Colt going forehand mid-range, it
That's
looks
it.
like. But that's...
Yeah, this hill doesn't look that steep, but it is very steep.
Yes, lots of rollaways on
Full of
this.
leaves. Yeah, I've seen a lot of good drives that turn up to 4, 5s, or 6s.
That
in the
cage,
past years.
if you hit the cage, you're going to roll away.
You got to be confident on your putt to make sure you get the height right. It's a good upshot.
Yep. Just taking his bogey and moving on. Smart golf by the young man.
Yeah, after hole 4, you're really hoping to just get off this hole and ready to collect some 2s. Like I said, that was a good putt. You can't see it, but if he misses,
That's
chains.
very deathy.
Yeah.
He's going to have a longer putt coming back if he misses that.
Any putt outside 15 feet here is pretty intimidating.
And this is deathy as well. That's a solid putt from Mason.
That was a good
He's
putt.
looking at maybe 2 more strokes if he misses.
That is a bogey, but I'm sure he feels good knocking in that 20-footer to get some rhythm going.
Yep. This is also kind of deathy. This is
Those are all great
probably
putts.
the scariest green on the course.
Yeah, they really made up for those drives. Some good putts.
Yep. Kobe's going to clean up here. Got some tree in his way. Solid
Very
putt.
nice. Yeah, I don't know too much about Kobe's bag. I know he made the switch. He was on Prodigy's team for the last few years, and he was excited when he announced the dynamic transition. Like I said, he's working with a pretty new bag, so I'm sure he's still learning the flights and everything. So, yeah.
That one plays pretty hard. He got 2 pars, 3 bogeys.
Jermaine, see, that's the goal. 1 down through 3. You're feeling good.
Yep, Jermaine's leading the pack right now.
And here we go. 5s. These next few holes, you really want to get at least 2 of the next 3. This one, you want a little uphill. The main thing is you want to play to the left of the hill. As you can see, nothing's skipping up that hill. You want to land on the left side of those guardian trees up there and hopefully work towards the basket.
He's kind of lucky he didn't roll away there. That hill likes to push you close to out of bounds or out of bounds.
See, Paul looks like he sawed it off.
But it looks like he got a forgiving kick.
Yep. Anything that gets up there, you'll have a putt. That looks good. Just missed those trees, and he's parked.
Shot Mason.
That looks a little right.
If that can hyzer, that's going to be good. Yep.
That was a good, nice stable disc. Probably a Harper verdict type disc.
And that's what happens when you try to skip up the hill. A lot of the times you'll find that tree and you're scrambling on a deuce hole.
Like I said, you could see with Kobe, he's trying to force these so-called gimme holes where you just want to get up and down and get your 2. This course can get you.
It can.
That was a good 2 by Paul. There's the birdie we were waiting for.
He needed that one to get the momentum really going.
Jermaine, very nice. Keeping the lead on the card. Really smooth player. I've never seen him play before. He's a good golfer.
Yeah, I heard something about him being a minor league pitcher.
Wow.
Kind of makes sense when you see him forehand. He's got some strength behind it, but I've never actually seen him play.
Another good shot.
Good too.
A lot of birdies on that hole.
Yeah, it's kind of almost a must to get.
Yeah.
But you do see the occasional bogey with the roll away.
4 birdies, 1 par from Kobe.
This is another must get.
This one's fun.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's big ledge. You can't walk down it. You got to walk around it, and you're just shooting down. Kind of want to ideally hit the grass and skid to the basket with either a putter or a mid-range.
Yeah. Or a thumber.
Or thumbers work too.
It plays like 100, almost like 130, 40-foot up shot. That was a beautiful shot.
Gorgeous.
He's catching some rhythm going. It's a good start for Jermaine.
I wonder what he's throwing here.
Oh, early release.
That's not.
Wow. That must be a flippy rock.
That's some world champ love or a flippy rock.
That looked early, but he'll take it. Mason, that looks good.
That's the more traditional line. You're going to see just a putter into the ground, skid up right to the basket. That you will always skid on that grass.
Yeah, I heard Ken Climo hit the basket on round 1 on this hole.
The champ.
The champ. After last year missing it 2 out of 3 rounds.
I took 2 bogeys on this. 3 putted. I was inside the circle every time.
Yeah, that's no fun. Yeah, this is a cool green. It's pretty wide open. There's no trees around, so it's almost more intimidating with nothing around the basket. It's a very staged green. That was a good putt by Paul. Way to sneak that birdie in there. 2 in a row. Colt for birdie.
Not often do you see Paul furthest out on a short little hole like this.
Got Mason for his 2. It's 2 in a row for Mason.
And this is starting to look like a star birdie. Got Kobe cleaning up over here.
Yeah, Kobe needed that one after
think he
taking
caught
some
right
early
side
bogeys. Yeah. And a drop in.
Go hit your head, bud. Star frame.
It's got to feel good leading this card after 5 holes for Jermaine. That's the start you want.
So this is another one that says 405, but it plays almost like 300.
320 maybe.
Yeah,
Just a blind hyzer.
Blind hyzer, but it's one that it's almost another must get 3 in a row.
You have the sawgrass deep and short. You just want to stay out of that. If you're out of that, you're pretty much putting. Lefty, you got to throw the sidearm.
Forehand.
Yep. Beautiful
That's
shot.
looking good. Rolling
Sit
away
down.
a little.
Rolled to about 20, 25. This hole was a little windy all 3 rounds for me. That's Paul's FD3, new addition to the bag. Really likes that. Anytime you see a red disc flying left, it's an FD3 for Paul McBeth.
That came in right at the base and sat very well for him. It's really pretty.
Mason going with an overstable disc as well. Spotter looks like it's went a little deep.
That looks deep right. Not where you want to be.
Yeah, you just want to throw a nice smooth hyzer, nothing too powerful.
I don't think that's
That
going to
looks deep as
hyzer
well.
enough as well.
Sometimes if you carry enough and you're going deep, there is a place to fall back there. You just don't want to push it too far. That looks good. Deep as well. Wow.
And that must be real deep because he's grabbing something to spot it.
A little extra power in this hole. A little too much power.
Not sure who's coming out, but they did it well.
Yeah, we're going to see a bunch of pitch outs. Hopefully they found their discs and just get up and down for the 3. Yeah, one of the easier holes to get. Surprising to see all these guys go deep.
And you rolled pretty far backwards.
Oh. Good line.
Tickle,
He'll be fine with the par. He started hot. Stay away from the bogeys and he'll be fine. Coby with a big split.
He got stuck right behind that bush. That's pretty unfortunate.
And there's a 2 for Paul. He's starting to light it up. Slow start. What is that? 3 birdies in a row? Yep.
Yep. 5, 6, and 7. And everyone else is going to clean up pars. Don't really see a lot of bogeys over here unless you're losing discs or turning over if there's a strong headwind, which actually I saw almost happen.
Yeah, the one thing you're guaranteed playing with Paul McBeth is you're pretty much guaranteed a gallery. So I remember on my card, I think we had 8 people total counting the players. So they got a little bit more pressure making good shots. That's a fun climb. Last year it was raining round 2. And that clay was all wet, and there was a lot of people sliding down that hill.
Yeah, that hill's not easy to get up when it's dry. That's the one where you climb up and you need like 5 minutes to rest before you throw.
All right, we got hole 8. This one's tough. This one's really tough. 333 plays about probably 310 if you get a good shot, but you got low ceilings, and then you got the slope down, and then you have OB to the right.
And lots of it. It follows.
Yeah.
You can't see it.
That whole right side is OB, right where you see the drop off.
So you're going to see a lot of forehands, and then you're going to see backhand turnovers with drivers, backhand turnovers with mids. This is one of those holes where you kind of see everything.
While going forehand, he said that was his Thunderbird, trying to get a little straighter flight. That looks good. Oh man.
Tree could have saved him from flaring OB
or hidden basket.
Or hitting basket, yep.
Great shot. Wow, big.
Interesting.
Tomahawk, I believe. That
Tomahawk and thumb
is
overhand.
that's a good place to be. Left side's fine.
He's got good control with that overhand.
Step out and pitch up and down. See, the flick is hard. If it hyzers out early at all, you're pretty much guaranteed OB unless you hit a tree. You got to really penetrate forwards the whole flight.
Now you're gonna see a driver turnover.
That looks good. Just stay clean.
Which it's the more conservative play because you don't really keep going right the whole time to find the OP.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, it was. Another forehand.
That's good power behind it.
Yep, that's.
Uh-oh.
That's the skip you're scared of. But looks like he checked up.
Wow, that was a really good shot.
Very good shot. He should be punting from over there.
Just outside the circle.
10 to 15 more feet right, and he's out of bounds. I'm not sure if Mason found out of bounds or not.
He looks far enough away from them. Maybe not.
Is that an overhand upshot?
We'll see where that ended up. I didn't get a good view on the green. Looked pretty good. Nice layup.
Yeah, that's good up and down.
Paul, I'm sure, is running this.
And that OB is deep. If he runs that, he could find it.
Yeah, it drops off. He's probably looking at another 25-footer coming back.
Colt wants that one. He's running that hard.
Also, another tester coming back.
Coby for 2.
Very nice putt.
That's a bonus stroke. That's one on the field right there.
Yeah, Coby Guise, when he gets his putter working, he's dangerous from anywhere.
Mason to clean up par or bogey if he happened to find the OB, which I don't think he did.
That was a great putt.
Yep.
Dead center. Yeah, Mason's definitely, he's loosening up a little bit. Yeah, he's a really good player, up and comer, young 19-year-old. Good cleanup.
That's a good putt. I don't think he found the OB. Oh, Colt's gonna want that one back.
Yeah, not the front 9 he was looking for. You can tell he's got some game.
He's definitely got some game. Some warm-up rounds maybe would have helped him a little, but he's still not looking too bad. +2 through the front. or almost through the front.
I'm sure he would like to be four strokes better, at least.
This is the backup hole. You have a good 30-minute backup.
Yeah, always, like he said, at least 30 minutes.
You've got a Mando on the right. If you don't make, you go to the short pad. You've got bushes on the left that if you hit and stay up, you're out of bounds because that is out of bounds over there. Also, lake that if you don't go far enough, you will hyzer into. So the ideal shot is to throw something that flips a little bit and kind of
go really
flat,
just like
maybe
that. That's a
little
great
flex.
shot.
Yeah, that's.
It's hard. If it hyzers out too much and you throw it and you get a good rip on it, then you're forced to go over the top on a big hyzer spike.
Yep, the less hyzer finish, the better.
Oh, we got the slow-mo. I'm sure he's going to do something big here.
It's crush.
Such an aggressive player.
And that has the turn and the flex and the fade that you want.
That was a mash. You don't see anything much farther than that.
Nope. Interesting. He's got to clear that out of bounds, which he does easily.
It's a good shot.
With the
He's short enough where even though he finished left, that he still might have the low up shot to get up and down for his birdie 3.
Especially with that power beforehand.
See, that started to look good, but even that stabled out a little bit.
Stable out a little bit.
Where you might have to go up and over. Very touchy drive. I go fairway on this hole and make sure I finish straight. That looks great.
That looks pretty good.
That was a great shot. Yeah, that looks like
What's up, spotter?
Fairway driver, I'm guessing, type disc.
So this fairway shares the same fairway as 18. So you've got a spotter looking both ways. And that's why he looks like he's about to get hit by a disc.
Yep, so he's on the base of the hill, looking like a 80-foot up shot, maybe less. Kobe going with that big hyzer. Come on, sit down.
Oh, that's not what you want to see after your shot.
It's hard when you come in at that angle.
It didn't go all the way down.
If you don't hit the top of the hill, you got a pretty good chance of rolling back down. Still should be an easy up and down for his par. That needs to push left.
It doesn't. It looks like he's going to have to go up and over, which he loves to do.
Yeah, he's got a lot of power.
Yeah.
Like we saw in hole 2, he's got this hyzer down. Oh, maybe not.
No, he
Low
does
shot.
go around.
Very surprising. Yeah, it's hard. Oh.
Oh, and it looks like the hill pushes him
If that sat
right
down, he'll
back
be
to the basket. I
Yeah.
think.
It's a good line
Wow.
for Mason.
Uh,
That's a drive.
yeah, that makes this hole easy.
Another slow-mo to finish off the
Oh.
up and down for the birdie
If he's
3.
behind that tree, he's in some trouble. It's all prickers. No, not a clean look whatsoever. I saw somebody struggle with that. But he's in front of it, so he's tapping in.
Not only get the roll away, but Kobe's looking at a nice bush right in front of him.
Yep.
Pretty much all you can do right there.
I think it was one of those rounds for Kobe so far. And that's a good bid.
He's got that hyzer putt, putting with something stable.
This will be Colt's birdie putt. This will be Paul for birdie.
There we go. Slow start, still managed to finish the front 9 4 under.
He's starting to put together a good round.
Yeah. Jermaine's hanging in there too. He has a good, quiet 3 under, I believe. Bogey free. And everybody else should be sitting close to even par. Ready to attack that back 9. The back 9 is a little bit harder, would you say?
I would agree with you, yes.
A little harder, yeah. There's some gimmies back there, but there's also a lot of bogeys out there if you're not on your line.
Yeah, no, a lot more opportunities to take something over bogey.
Yep.
Some high scores.
All right, that's all we have for the first part of round 1.
Yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you at the back 9.
Yeah, awesome.
Appreciate it, guys.